you wouldn't steal a book or someone else's purse from the library. And you definitely wouldn't steal your friend's work. So why would you plagiarize?
Plagiarism is copying someone's material that isn't yours and calling it your own.
And I think plagiarism is basically intellectual theft. You steal not only the words of others, but ideas.
I would define it as someone who takes someone else's word from word, like actually copy and paste it and puts their name on it.
Even though there are many different ideas of plagiarism, it can be boiled down into one simple definition: using another's words or ideas without proper citation. James, what do you think?
So you may be wondering how this applies to you. You could be consciously or even subconsciously not citing works and images and other material which makes you look bad and your work, and it could potentially get you kicked out of school.
You see, plagiarism comes in many forms, including collusion, fabrication, improper use of technology, and academic misconduct. We're here today to show you some examples of that and how to avoid it at all costs.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of freaking out about Dr. Marginson's exam next week.
Why? You'll do fine.
You think?
Yeah, I think you'll be all right. Which test is it?
I don't know, it's on some theory, I'm not really sure.
Well, you know what, actually, I kept all my tests from last semester, and I took that class, so you can have them to study from if you want.
I totally forgot you took that class. Really? He doesn't change them?
No, he never changes them. I got them from someone who took it the semester before.
Huh, okay, cool. Oh my god, like that would help so much.
No problem.
Thanks.
All right.
It's a violation of the social contract. We have a social contract with each other, and the only reason that we can all go on together is that we abide by those rules, that we have an understanding of social norms and that we abide by them. When you break those rules, you undermine everything that makes the system work for everybody, including for yourself.
Guys, let's work on dividing up our project for this time around. Angela, would you like to do the aesthetics portion?
Sure, sounds great.
And Amber, would you like to do the application?
No.
Okay, well, then how about the PowerPoint? Do you want to do the PowerPoint?
That's no.
Okay, I guess I'll do the PowerPoint.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's go from there. The group's professor asks Amber to send in an email evaluation saying what she did to contribute to the success of the group project. But she lies and lies and tells more lies to her professor.
I'm so relieved that Dr. S gave us a take-home test instead of an in-class test. I just get so stressed when I'm like pressured in class. Isn't that nice?
I know. I like it a lot better too, although sometimes I feel like we have to do more work now, but
Right.
I don't know.
True. I mean, it's kind of balanced out.
We'll
So-
see. This looks
Oh.
actually pretty easy, so it may
Yeah.
not be too bad.
So what are you doing now?
I don't know. I'm actually probably just gonna go work on this.
Yeah? Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you wanna like work on it together?
definitely. Two minds are better than one.
Especially when it comes to a test.
Huh, yeah.
It's very rare that I have a really good student plagiarize.
Right.
Right? It's never I'm a really good student getting an A, I think I'll cheat. It's I'm a desperately bad student who is going to flunk this class if I don't ace this paper, and I think someone else's ideas are better than any idea I could come up with, so I'll steal those ideas and pass them off as my own.
Ugh, this paper is never gonna get done. Whew, okay. Crap, I forgot to cite my stuff. Wait a minute, Amber has a paper I can use. I'll just log into her account and pull up here. here's a paper. She has a works cited in here. There, I'll just copy her works cited into my paper, and my professor will never know the difference. There. Whew, done. Yes.
You create a story of yourself as someone who can get away with things as opposed to someone who can engage with the intellectual challenges or whatever the other challenges might be.
Oh, I am so worried about getting these clinical hours in. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
I don't know how we're, like, I have the same problem. I have a part-time job and full-time student, and we still have to do these clinicals.
I know, between classes and everything else, and I just got a call about a group project that I have to go work on, and I was supposed to go to my clinicals.
Well, I guess we're not gonna get any sleep then, huh?
You know, actually, I remember my freshman year, I kind of fudged my work study hours a little bit.
Oh yeah?
I'm wondering if maybe I could do the same thing and they wouldn't notice.
That's an idea.
I mean, I would go. It's not like I wouldn't.
Right.
It's just,
You just
I
go
can't
on
go
your
as
time.
much as they want me to.
Right, you'll just go on your time and when it works for you. I think I'll do the same thing. That's a great idea.
Well, we're in it together then.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Generally, when people come in with papers, what we do, if we suspect they're plagiarizing, we'll write it on the ICR, but it's not really our responsibility to check if they're plagiarizing. If we have suspicions, we might report them, but really it's the student's responsibility to make sure that they're not working, or they're doing the work honestly.
Okay, thanks Angela for coming in.
Thank you so much.
If you need any more help with your resume, you let me know.
Okay, I
Any
will.
questions that you have, good luck on your job search.
Great, thank
All
you.
right, take care.
You too. Hey Amber, thanks for looking over my resume for me. I just got out of a meeting with Shelly in Career Services, and oh my gosh, I found out that all the jobs that I want basically require like 3 to 5 years experience and a completely different skill set than what I have on my resume here.
Well, I mean, I think you'll be fine. I think you're a great candidate for the position. But I mean, maybe if you're worried about it, we can just embellish a little. I mean, this right here, where you say you take a class in photojournalism, maybe you could say classes. I mean, we kind of did cover it in some of our other classes, so it's not really lying.
That's true.
And when you say you went to this conference at DU, you kind of studied something.
Right.
Could say you studied at DU.
Totally. That could work.
Oh, right here where you talk about attending a training?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could talk about co-facilitating a training.
Ooh.
After all, you did kind of help your boss that one time set up, right?
Sure.
That's the same thing.
That sounds fancy.
That's part of it. I think you should be fine. Just make a couple changes like that. Just make the language a little more vague.
Cool.
It's not necessarily lying, it's just making you a better candidate.
Right.
Perfect.
Good idea. Okay.
Yeah, so just work on that.
Cool. And then I'll for sure get hired, right?
Exactly.
In an educational setting, when you cheat, you render the whole process meaningless.
It's stressful being in school, and so some kids will definitely default to plagiarism, just as an easy way out.
Okay, Monica, here's my paper.
Oh, awesome, Ange. You're a lifesaver. I can't tell you how hard it's been with school and other classes and my dog and my family. I just don't have time to write this thing, you know?
Yeah, I hear ya. No worries. Definitely just make sure you change your name
Oh,
at the
okay.
top.
I'll be sure to do that. I mean, the professor can't even remember what socks to wear. He's probably just gonna have a moment of deja vu anyway, so we'll be fine.
True. No worries. Okay, well, I have to run to
All right.
class, but I'll
Okay.
see you later.
All right, it was great talking to you.
You too.
Take care.
I sent my paper to a friend, and that friend in turn sent my paper to the rest of the class. Well, maybe a few other students. And one of the students actually copied some of my material word for word and turned it in to the teacher. Needless to say, it ended up both of us getting called into the office, and I looked as guilty as he did for sending a paper.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. How was the test?
It was all right. Not too bad. Are you going in now?
Yeah, as soon as everyone's done. What'd you think?
It was all multiple choice.
Really?
Yeah. And he put a lot of none of the above, and it's almost always none of the above.
No way.
Yeah, and questions 1 through 5 are all B.
Oh, 1 through 5, all B.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I was just going over some stuff here, and Now that's awesome that it's on multiple
definitely
choice.
study that. That's on there. That's the first question.
Study this? Okay, all right. Noted. For sure.
Yeah, you'll do fine. Multiple choice.
Sweet. Okay, good. Yeah, as soon as everyone's done, I'm gonna head in there, knock it out, and we should go grab coffee afterwards or something.
Yeah, definitely. It won't take you very long at all. So
Cool.
I'll see you in probably about a half an hour.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
See you
I'll
later.
see you then.
I'm bad at memorizing things. What am I gonna do?
That's a lot of vocab.
Yeah, just lists and lists.
Maybe you should just make some tiny index cards and slip them in your hoodie for the day of the test.
Ooh.
That way you can just look at them while you're taking it.
Have you done that before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? How did that
Yeah,
go?
it totally works.
It works?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what?
if they're small enough, the teacher won't even notice. You just have them in your hand.
Yeah, because everyone else can memorize things so well, and I'm the only one that can't. You know, it's about time I can, get to good grade too.
Well, maybe they're doing the same thing.
That could be it.
So you get nothing out of it. Like, there are no new neural connections being made in your brain if you're just copying and pasting somebody else's work. And, you're paying for an education that you didn't earn.
Hey, Amby, what's going on?
Hey, sorry, no time to talk. I really have to get this paper finished and it's not gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah, it's due tomorrow and I have no time. I have a night class that I have to go to in a few minutes, and then I have my internship in the morning and another class tomorrow before this class.
Oh my gosh. Crap. Okay, well, what if you just said you were sick or something? I mean, that way you can have more time to do it. Since it's due tomorrow, just say you aren't feeling well, your grandma's in the hospital, something. And
Could
then
I
you'll
do
have
that?
more time to turn it in. I've done it before, and you have a number of excused absences, right? So
That's true, and I haven't used any yet. I haven't missed any.
right on.
Well, I don't think it really does any harm. As long as I get it in by the end of class, I'll just email it so that I have that extra couple of hours to work on it.
Yeah, that way it'll give you more time, and the last thing you need is more stress in your life.
Exactly. Oh, that would help me so much. I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I think there are many different things you can do to make sure that you're not plagiarizing, and the most basic thing is to just email your professor if you have any questions about whether or not you need to be putting a citation in a particular location, whether or not it sounds like you're using an idea that you might not have come up with.
Another thing that you can do is develop your own voice so that when you're writing, you have a certain style and you can copy information into your style.
Students definitely shouldn't plagiarize. We all have a lot to say, and Regis definitely teaches us how ought we to live. And if we can develop that within our own mindset, that's all the better for the world. Why should we recycle ideas when we can create our own?